What's good, guys? It's Aida and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe because my aim on this channel is to teach you how to become hairdresser free, how to do your own hair in the comfort of your own home. So make sure you turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post. I have gotten so many requests to do a feed-in cornrow tutorial, and guys, I cannot lie to you, I do not ever do feed-in cornrows in my own hair, so I had to kind of learn so that I could relay the message to you and show you guys how I achieved this hairstyle. I used some Xpressions hair which was not stretched beforehand, so I uploaded a completely different tutorial teaching you how to stretch your hair in case you as well buy hair that is not already stretched. Because this is my first time actually doing this hairstyle, it isn't going to be 1000% perfect, but I figured that seeing as my Cornrow technique is quite different to others, if you learn from my tutorials, you might need to learn how to do this hairstyle from me as well. This video is aimed at people who do already know how to cornrow, so if you are not one of those people, please make sure you go and check out my how to cornrow your own hair tutorial before continuing with this video. As I practice this hairstyle and I do it more often, I'm going to do more tutorials on how to do them going upwards, different sizes and all that fun stuff. So make sure you are subscribed so that you can see all the future tutorials. So without further ado, let's just jump right into today's video. So there are a couple of different things that I want to let you guys know before we start the whole tutorial. And that is, number one, your hair does not need to be blow dried or straightened before doing this hairstyle. Before doing any hairstyle, I think the main thing is just having your hair stretched. All it means is just put your hair in some plaits the night before, make sure it's detangled, and your life will be that much easier. So with your braiding hair, you're going to want to separate it before actually starting the braids. If you don't have one of those racks where you can hang up all your separate hair, you can just use whatever you have lying around. Sometimes I use a chair, sometimes I use a ring light, so now I'm going to basically put the strands on top of the ring light and leave them there. Just depends on whatever you have. You don't have to go splashing mad money just for something really simple. So the first strand of hair that is going to be right at the front is going to be pretty thin. Then we're going to get a bit thicker, which is this thick, and I'm going to make a few of those, so about 3 or 4. Let's just do 4. And then I'm going to get slightly thicker than that and do another 4. By slightly thicker, I mean this thick. So this video is more about the technique rather than what products to use and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to use whatever I have lying around the house, which is my Eco Styler gel. If you guys don't know how to part your hair, I have got a whole tutorial on that. I will put that up there on the screen. So I use my middle fingers as my main fingers. Some people use their pointer finger. It's just how you learn how to do it, I guess, but I find it a lot easier to use my middle finger. When I do other people's hair, my technique is slightly different, so I have a video on that as well. Before I get into the tutorial, I need to actually flip the camera, and this is because I want you guys to feel as though you're looking into a mirror. So now my left hand should be my left hand on the screen. What I'm going to do is section off the front. So a nice thin section at the front. So this is how you'll start your cornrow. If I say cornrow throughout this video, please forgive me. I'm from England, I am from London. Most of us tend to say cornrow, and that is because of the Caribbean culture that has influenced us over here. Start the cornrow. I'm not really picking up much hair, only slight amount of hair. Now that I'm on the right hand and I'm going to bring from the left, I'm going to put the thin piece of hair there. So the way I'm putting my thin piece is I'm folding it in half. Where that loop is, I'm going to place it right in between my middle finger, pointing upwards. This way it's going to be in line with the other 2 pieces of hair. So you see I have this piece of hair, then I have hair somewhere here, this piece of hair somewhere. I'm basically going to put it so that the extension hair is going to be, one is going to fall on this side and the other one is going to fall on this side right here. So let me show you what I'm doing. In the middle, putting it right underneath my middle finger so that now it is going in line. So you can see this piece has now joined my hair here and the other piece is somewhere on that side. Then lock it in my middle finger. and continue the braid. I did a couple of motions without adding any hair because I felt as though my hair was getting a bit loose, so I wanted to make sure it was back to speed. So I'm going to add my next sized hair, which is this one, put it underneath, grasping some natural hair at the same time, and continue the braid. And again, so grasp it in here, flick it behind, grab some hair, keep going. In here, grab some hair. Making sure to run your hands through your hair so it doesn't get all tangled up. You don't have to pick up hair with every single motion. Now with the thicker pieces of hair. Remember, you can make it longer by making sure that it isn't completely halfway. One side is longer than the other. That will make your end braid longer. Don't be disheartened if you see clumps of hair coming out. That typically happens whenever you pull your own hair yourself. That's because the hair is all different lengths and sometimes it doesn't get picked up properly with the braid. So sometimes that will happen. When I first started Cornrowing hair, I always had an issue of running out of enough hair at the sides of my head. If I was to start the cornrows here, by the time I got to like the middle of this side, a lot of the back of my hair was done. It was already in cornrows. It started doing slanties. If that's a problem that you guys suffer with as well, I have a tutorial on that, so make sure you check that out too. Start off my braid without any hair just yet until my middle finger is back there. Place the hair under my middle finger, then continue just to make sure I get a couple of rotations in. Then again, placing hair under. So like I said, I personally don't like to pick up extension hair every single time. So I might go 2-3 rotations without picking up any hair and then add some hair in. Making sure that when you add in the extension hair, you're also picking up your natural hair. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to do that because you have to really dig your middle finger in a bit deeper, but it is possible.